I read a video in the Vancouver province a couple of weeks ago, and I thought that I would make a video about it now that I've had a chance to think about it. And he was doing a video about how overpopulation isn't going to be this huge disaster that everybody thinks it is. That population of 9 billion in 2050 isn't going to be an ecological problem because there's going to be less pollution due to increasing technology and things, and that we're getting more calories per population, and that the world's getting better. But the problem he seems to be forgetting is that, well, first of all, the corporations don't seem to have any plans on changing the amount of pollution they put out there. They don't seem to be looking towards new alternate fuel sources. They seem to be be making thousands and billions of dollars off of oil and stuff. So we're not going to be changing that way anytime soon. And it just seems to me that people, they also state, that, you can get the entire population on the earth in like Nebraska or something like that, ignoring that there wouldn't be much room to move, how much pollution would use, how much food do we require. I mean, we have 7 billion people now, but we're also running into, problems with food shortages in some places. Large parts of the world cannot provide food for their populations, and large parts of the world are starving. If we actually tried providing proper food for everyone on this entire planet, how much room would there be for agriculture, for animals, for habitats outside of providing food? How much of the planet would be devoted towards keeping this massive population if all the food went to helping and feeding every single person on this planet? And how much pollution would that cause? And it just seems to be that we're not moving towards actually trying to fix the problems of pollution and population control. Even if you ignore global warming, I believe in it, but let's for a second say that global warming isn't a big deal. There's still pollution. You're still polluting the environment. How much pollution can you dump into the environment before it gets worse? Even if it gets slowly dwindle, we're still pumping pollution. This pollution isn't going to go away just because we stop polluting as much. It stays in the environment, and the planet is going to slowly die. And we're on this planet, and barring some massive paradigm shift in technology, we're not likely going to be able to escape this planet very easily. It's not like we can just build a spaceship and go to the nearest planet. That takes a lot of money, power, and stuff, not to mention we don't have any road goal to go to. I remember reading a book that mentioned that for a ship to go to the nearest star and back uses more energy than like the Earth uses in like 50 years. How are we going to get that much energy? Not to mention any fuel and stuff that we take with us for the trip is going to weigh the ship down and make it heavier and make it require more fuel. So it's not like there's these easy solutions to get very far. You also have to slow it down on the other end. And let's say we go to Alpha Centauri, the nearest star. What then? What if there's no suitable planet? Where do we go then? What are we supposed to be doing? How exactly are we supposed to find, a suitable place for us to live in these great distances? So we run into all these problems. This Earth is all we have. And yet it seems to me that so many people don't care about it and are quite happy to pollute it. Then you got the big corporations that want their profits, and so they're trying to counter anything that shows that global warming or pollution they do is causing harm. And you got people convinced that the Earth can support infinite number of population. Then you got the religious fundamentalists that believe that the messiahs are coming back sometime soon and are going to, destroy this world and create a new world so we don't have to worry about pollution. So what can we do? At some point, we're going to have to make changes? And at what point do these changes have to be made with stronger force? I don't know. What do you guys think? Like exactly, like will force or be required at some point? Because when we're dealing with, you know, the entire population of the planet, does the corporation's greed and money really need protecting? I'm not advocating violence or any problems, but I'm wondering, will things lead to that point where forceful change will have to be done? It's either forceful change or the planet dies. And I prefer we make changes and we start helping this planet and help ourselves before then. But what do you guys think? Do you think there's any hope at all?